Hey guys, welcome to another Mind Right Monday. I'm Bonnie Kelly. This week we're going to be bringing you 3 inspiring quotes by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Hey guys, welcome back to another Mind Right Monday. I am so glad you're here. This week we are talking about my favorite quotes by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Now, who is he, you ask? Well, I'm glad you did. He was actually a philosopher, he was a poet, and he was an essayist who lived in the early 19th century. He was really ahead of his time and was about self-empowerment, but also about personal responsibility. And so when I was doing some research for these videos, I came across a handful of his quotes that I was like, gosh, these are perfect, and I can't wait to share them with you today. All right, let's dive right into my first quote today, which is, "Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising up every time we fail." This is so powerful because he's talking about resilience. And if you haven't heard me throwing that word around, you have not been hanging out with us long enough, because I talk a lot about emotional resiliency and that ability to bounce back after adversity. Now, the one thing that you'll also hear me say is that you can't avoid falling or failing or pitfalls. This is a natural part of life, and we can begin to expect those things. And really what he's sharing here, it's not what you do if you fail, it's what you do after you fail. Do you just sit in remorse and guilt and just wallow in the pity of that? Or do you stand up, dust yourself off, and say, you know what? Let's try again. Let's do something again. So this is a great mantra if you are struggling right now with, hanging on to a lot of your emotional baggage or a lot of your failures, and you just haven't been able to release them yet. And recognize, it's time to stand up, and it's time to dust yourself off and to really enhance that resiliency. Because I know you are much stronger than you think you are. And it's time for you to figure that out too. All right, so let me share my second quote that I discovered today. And that is, "Don't be pushed by your problems, be led by your dreams." This is another great one. Don't be pushed by your problems, be led by your dreams. When you think about this, there's an old saying that says we change for 2 reasons. Either we learn enough where we want to, or we hurt enough where we have to. And unfortunately, the latter is truly what gets us to change more often than not in our lives. And so it hurts, right? So we're constantly being led by our problems. We're making decisions by problems versus really making decisions that are in alignment with our dreams. And also, our dreams start to become on the wayside, or we start to put them off to the side because we're too busy putting out the fires in front of our face. So what he's sharing here is to change that model around and really become inspired by your dreams and your hopes and what you want to accomplish, and use that as a catalyst or a motivator to really have success and to have fulfillment and joy in your life. Versus constantly putting out those fires, and it's one hurdle after another and one struggle after another. That is painful. And it's your choice to continue that way or to find another. So hopefully that is going to be your mantra this week if you hadn't picked the first one, or maybe this third one is more in alignment with you. And that is, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you someone else is the greatest accomplishment. This could not be more true. There are so many people in our lives that are holding us to these high levels of expectations, or telling us you should do this or you should do that, or this is how you do this and don't do that and don't do this. And when we have so many opinions on what we should do and shouldn't do, it is very easy for us to lose sight of our voice, our wants, our desires, and our opinions. And we begin to just get lost in everything else, in everyone else's opinions, desires, and wants for you. So this reminder is to stay grounded in you. And that is going to be the greatest accomplishment that you can achieve in this world, is to love yourself in the skin you're in, regardless on the imperfections. To love yourself in the state you're in the place you're in, wherever you're at, regardless on if it could be better or what other people think you should be doing. So hopefully these words this week have inspired you in some way. And I would encourage you to pick one of these 3 if it resonated with you and make that your mantra. Put it on a sticky note, put it on your computer, put it in your car, and remind yourself of this week. And bring that into your heart and bring that in your being and make that a part of you today. All right, guys, I'm Bonnie Kelly, and that's going to lead me to my tweetable this week, which is give up on being defined by what you have done and start showing the world what you got. Again, you are much stronger than you think you are, and I know that you are capable of greatness, and I can't wait to see that come out of you. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget to tweet, fan, follow, and friend us on all social media platforms. We got a lot of cool things we're constantly sharing out there, and it's the best way to plug into other like-minded people just like you. All right, till next week, enjoy.